Welcome! Today we are diving into an explainer designed specifically for our Bengali-speaking learners. We're going to equip you with the absolute most essential Mandarin survival phrases. Look, if you're stepping into the Mandarin-speaking world for the first time, it can honestly feel like staring up at a massive mountain. But don't worry. Today we're skipping the heavy grammar and focusing entirely on practical pronunciation, immediate use, and the phrases that will actually help you survive and connect out there. We've got the exact Mandarin phrasing, the pinyin to guide your voice, and direct Bengali translations right here to make this super accessible.
Okay, let's take a quick look at our agenda for this day in the life breakdown. We're covering 1. Essential greetings, 2. Polite daily expressions, 3. Introducing yourself, 4. Navigating and surviving, 5. Shopping and dining, and we'll wrap up with 6. A simulated practice dialogue. All right, moving right along. Section 1. Essential greetings. Starting your day right.
So any good interaction obviously begins with a proper greeting. Here's a broad overview of how to greet people depending on the time of day, from early morning right up until you say good night. Now take a look. Do you notice a pattern here? The word hao pops up in almost all of them. Hao literally means good. So for the morning, you've got sao shang hao. Afternoon is xiao hao. Evening is wan shang hao. And then actually, to say goodnight, it's just a slightly different ending, wan an. A real game changer for memorizing these is to just learn those time of day words, zao shang, xiao, wan shang, and literally just staple hao to the end. Oh, and a super quick pronunciation reminder to help you avoid a classic beginner pitfall. You see those little marks above the vowels in the pinyin? Those actually dictate the pitch of your voice. Because Mandarin is a tonal language, you'll really want to try and mimic the rise and fall of native speakers as you practice.
Now, what's really cool here is that this single simple phrase is your absolute universal hello, ni hao. Honestly, if you completely forget the time of day or you just want a standard, foolproof greeting, this is your go-to. Ni means you and hao means good, so you are literally wishing someone well. Take a quick second, look at the pinyin, and say it out loud wherever you are sitting right now. Seriously, try it. Ni hao. Say it with confidence because native speakers absolutely love it when you try.
Moving on to Section 2, Polite Daily Expressions. Manners matter. Okay, so once you've successfully said hello, it's absolutely vital to know how to respond politely. Cultural etiquette is massive in Mandarin-speaking environments. This perfectly illustrates that natural back and forth of gratitude. Over on the left, we have 谢谢, meaning thank you. A quite pro tip for pronunciation here, that X in pinyin sounds a bit like a soft sh in English. 谢谢. And when someone says that to you, you just smoothly respond with the phrase on the right, bukuchi, which means you're welcome. Literally, it translates to don't be too polite. And you know, much like in Bengali culture where hospitality and warmth are paramount, Chinese etiquette places a huge emphasis on this kind of gracious humility. 谢谢 and bukuchi, they go together perfectly.
Similarly, if you ever make a mistake, like say you accidentally bump into someone on a crowded subway, this is the essential conversational pair for apologizing. You say 对不起, which means sorry. Quick pronunciation tip so you don't trip up, that Q in pinyin actually sounds like a sharp ch in English. 对不起. And then to graciously accept an apology, the response is 没关系, meaning it's okay or no problem. Definitely memorize this pair. It will get you out of awkward situations so gracefully.
All right, Section 3. Introducing yourself. Who are you?
Let's take the next step on our journey and see how this all builds into sharing a little bit about who you are. This right here is the absolute key question you're going to hear when someone wants to know your name. 你叫什么名字? It translates perfectly to, what is your name? Listen closely for that 什么名字 part. Whenever you hear that, they are definitely asking for your identity.
So, the crucial point is knowing exactly how to fill in that blank with your own name and proudly stating where you're from. To say my name is, you just use 我叫, followed by your name. 我 means I or me, and to say you are from Bangladesh, you use 我来自 Mengjala. Now notice how Mengjala sounds pretty similar to Bangladesh or Bengal. That phonetic similarity makes it an incredibly easy vocabulary trick for Bengali speakers to commit to memory. 我来自 Mengjala.
Onward to Section 4, Navigating and Surviving. Finding your way.
Stepping out into the real world can honestly be a bit overwhelming, especially when the street signs are all in characters you might not read yet. So let's arm you with some critical survival phrases. Look, if native speakers are talking way too fast, and trust me, they absolutely will, This phrase acts as your reliable safety net.
我听不懂.
It means I do not understand. It politely informs them that there's a language barrier, which is going to save both of you a ton of confusion. Seriously, don't be afraid to use this one all the time.
Okay, let's dive into an incredibly urgent one. How to ask absolutely anyone where the bathroom is located. 洗手间在哪里? 洗手间 is the restroom or washroom, and 在哪里 means where is it located. Listen, if you memorize only one single phrase from everything we cover in this explainer before you take a trip, make it this one. 洗手间在哪里? It is a lifesaver.
And this one brilliantly illustrates how you can turn your entire trip into a live classroom. 这个怎么说 means how do you say this? You can literally point at anything, a piece of fruit in a market, a train ticket, some random souvenir, and ask this question. Locals usually love teaching visitors new words, so it's this fantastic icebreaker and learning tool all rolled up into one phrase.
Now for Section 5, Shopping and Dining, Buying and Eating.
We've finally reached the most fun part of any traveler's day, picking out some unique souvenirs and sitting down for a really good local meal. So here is your financial toolkit. Just like in the vibrant markets of Dhaka or Kolkata, haggling in local Chinese markets is an expected, really fun social dance. So to ask for a slightly cheaper price, you just say, 可以便宜一点吗? Basically, can it be a bit cheaper? And if you find yourself short on cash, you'll definitely need to ask, 可以刷卡吗? Which means, can I swipe a card, or do you accept credit cards?
So the absolutely crucial point here, before you agree to buy anything, is to memorize this specific phrase. 这个多少钱? How much is this? 这个 means this, and 多少钱 means how much money. Remember what we said earlier, the Q sounds like a ch, so it's 钱, definitely not kien. Just point to the item, ask this question, and either listen carefully or, honestly, just ask them to type the number into a calculator for you. Easy.
When you finally sit down at a restaurant, you'll be relying on these phrases. First off, you obviously need to see what they offer. 菜单请给我. Please give me the menu. 菜单 is the menu. Then, after enjoying your meal, you just catch the waiter's attention and say, 结账谢谢. The bill, please. Thank you. It's short, it's polite, and it's extremely effective.
Almost done. Section 6, Simulated Practice Dialogue. Putting it together.
Let's see how literally everything we've just learned builds into a fully realized, multi-step conversation. Imagine you are walking into a small shop. Let's walk through this real-world transaction together. Come on, read the pinyin aloud with me as we go. Step 1. You walk in and greet the shopkeeper. 你好. Step 2. They ask who you are, maybe noticing you're a visitor, and you smoothly reply, 我叫, and insert your name. Step 3. You see something you really like, you point to it and ask, 这个多少钱? How much is this? And finally, step 4. After buying it, you show off your great manners by saying, 谢谢, 再见, thank you, goodbye. Look at that, you literally just held a complete, functioning transaction in Mandarin.
You are now equipped with the most powerful beginner phrases to survive, navigate, and really connect in a Mandarin-speaking environment. You've got the greetings, the polite responses, the shopping questions, and those crucial emergency phrases. Remember, language is all about connection, not perfection. So, what will your very first conversation in Mandarin be about? Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Just get out there, refer back to this explainer, and start speaking. Thanks so much for joining me today. Keep practicing, and 再见.